finally home again. But by the fires of Bargagor, what has happened here? Utran is overrun. Brannigan's troops have spread out all over the Shield. They are everywhere. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask for your help again, Rune Warrior. Come along. I know a well-fortified outpost. If there are any survivors, they will be there. Follow me. Come, follow me.
Men, look, Einar is back. About time you got here, Sergeant.
I'm just as happy to see you, Captain. By the accursed eyes of Zarek, what a ride. That was a damn good piece of work, friend. Without you, we would have been lost. Who would have thought that a Rune Warrior of all people would restore our hope?
Our paths divide here, Einar. I must move on, deeper into the wildland. Rowan still has a huge head start.
You will need the support of my men to liberate the monuments in combat. Speak to Captain Bahir. He's the commander here. A tough, wary fellow. Don't let him turn you away. Good luck.
What is one of the Runebound doing here? Speak quickly before I have you run through.
I'm looking for Master Rowan. My path took me east to the wildland.
To the Wildland? Well then, don't get your hopes up.
What happened here?
2 large armies of the Black Fist came from the Wildland at night. A traitor in our ranks opened the gate and poisoned our Lord Commander. We were overrun while we were sleeping. They now hold the entire east as well as the village of Ganan. They've occupied the whole area, even your rune monuments.
Help me liberate the monuments.
Ha! Who are you? Utran owes you nothing. You fight your war, we'll fight ours.
I'm already fighting yours. Without my help, your men would have remained in Leafshade forever.
Then you were the one who rescued Einar and blocked their supply routes. Well then, help will be granted to you. What do you need?
Some of your warriors, in order to regain the rune monuments.
You want men? Look around. We have barely enough to hold our own camp. I cannot make that decision, nor do I want to. Only the Lord Commander can do that.
Where will I find the Lord Commander?
He is weak and unconscious. The traitor's poison is eating away at his body. Our field surgeon is powerless.
If only the Lord can decide what you dare not decide, then he must be healed as quickly as possible.
As I already said, our healing power is insufficient. Brannigan's poison is more horrible and lethal than anything we know.
Then you need elfin medicine.
Well, Shan Muir van Leonon is a healer from the White School. We would have sent for her, but it's not her war.
If your commander dies and I do not get to the monument, then it will very soon be her war.
Then go and ask for her advice. To the south there on the hill, you'll find the portal to Leonon. But be on your guard. Our spies report that there are some dangerous creatures lurking about near the portal.
Rune warriors, stand by me. Stay with me, men.
Ah, so you're back.
Lord Tinar in the Shield needs your help, Shan.
What's wrong with him?
A strange poison is slowly killing him. It's turning his lips black and robbing him of his consciousness.
Black lips? That's the Dark Kiss, a magic poison the Circle once created. There is an antidote. They call it the Alphalus potion. Alphalus is a rare herb that grows here to the north of Leonon. If you bring me some of it, I can make the potion. I fear, however, a horde of goblins has spread out all over the area where the herb grows. A fellow named Burgle is their leader. Destroy Burgle and his gang and bring me the Alphalus herb. Only then can I save your Lord Tinar. The guards at the North Bridge will give you the key to the North Gate.
the key to the stone gate.
With whose permission?
Jean Muir, the healer, sent me. It's important.
Very well then, suit yourself. Take care though, I've warned you.
We'll be done.
I bring you the fish from Tirkar.
Good.
Good. Then, farewell.
Wait, I wouldn't have thought a warrior of the runes would stoop to helping a simple fellow like me. I guess you're all right. Come along, I've got something for you.
Have you ever seen an axe like this before?
Dwarves work. There's once a handsome piece, but you run down. I'll trade it with you for a weapon from my assortment if you'd like.
I'd rather sell it to you.
Then take these coins for it.
Ah, it's you. Tell me of your latest adventures, and don't forget to look at our merchandise.
I have another ring here.
Heavenly days indeed. So then it's true.
Another ghost appeared. A mage.
That must have been one of Adwin's scribes or cartographers. People say some of them were versed in the magical arts. Here, take this as a reward.
Do you think more of these ghosts might show up?
I wouldn't be surprised. Adwin had a large retinue, warriors in handsome armor, scribes and researchers, but also scouts from the Dunham Woods. Not just all knowledge, but also objects and weapons of great value disappeared with them into the depths forever.
One of the ghosts was carrying this book with him.
A book from Adwin's time? Let me see. To the River of Souls with it. I should have known. It's an old runic document. You should show this book to Darius. He studies the old scripts, and perhaps he knows the language this was written in.
What does the room desire? Right away. Right away.
Welcome, young warrior.
Does this book mean anything to you?
Let me see. Talindian Guild runes. Quite old, I'd say. From the time before the Circle. Where does it come from?
From a phantom that came up out of the shafts of the old Eastern mine. Orta believes that those are the spirits of Udwin's expedition.
So that is what he believes. For an old soldier, Orta's right in the picture. In actual fact, Udwin did belong to the Talindian Guild.
Can you decipher any of it?
I need more time for that, but it seems to be a diary or something like that. Welcome, young warrior.
Please, tell me something about the convocation.
What we know of the convocation comes from a runic text from the ruins of the Formers in Xul. The text describes the meeting of two heavenly bodies, Aonia's star and something the Formers called the Dark Brother. Aonia's star was covered over for a moment. When that happens, then Aonia's eye is blind and his power extinguished for the blink of an eye. At that moment, the spell that keeps the primeval elements of our world under control is also weakened. Now the text says that should someone succeed in awakening the primeval elements during this meeting, then he could cast a spell on them and acquire a level of power that would even set the gods a-tremble. The Circle Mages discovered this old text in Xu and studied it, and somewhat later the foolish plan of invoking the convocation began to ripen in their minds. In the course of time, however, the mages had a falling out. They thought only a single individual could acquire the power over the primeval elements. That's what brought about the War of the Convocation. Many generations worked on them, but the old texts were imprecise. And when the hour of the convocation came, they invoked the primeval powers with all their magical skills, competing for the prize of great power. But nobody could muster enough strength, and the primeval elements got out of control. They arose from their slumbers, and their raging shattered the face of the world. Only in those places where the godstones of Ionia stood, the blue obelisks, was anything preserved from the might of the Star God to protect us from annihilation. That was how the islands came about, but we would still have been condemned to destruction had Rohan Tahir not created the portals, and thus rejoined the lands of our world together. Welcome, young warrior.
Please, tell me something about the Circle.
At all times, the mages have brought about unrest to the world with their thirst for knowledge and power. The Circle was founded by an agreement of all nations to put an end to the intrigues of the magicians. The 13 most powerful mages of the nations, adherents of both light and darkness, joined the Circle. The Circle selected the city of Moulondir as its seat, independent of all governments. At first, the mages of the Circle discharged their tasks with earnestness and established peace and justice where hate and intrigue had once reigned supreme. But what was destined to happen did happen.
The mages realized how much power they had assembled?
Wisely stated. The Circle soon became a power base, a danger none of the nations was able to perceive because the mages worked in secret and over a vast number of devious courses. They deciphered the secret of all fire, which extended their lives and gave them power far beyond any known sorcery. For hundreds of years they guided the destiny of the realms out of their secret places.
How can a Circle Mage be defeated if he knows how to use the power of the Allfire?
Only by another Circle Mage, or a god. The thing that ultimately killed them was their own greed. When the convocation failed, most of them were destroyed.
Most of them?
Well, Rohan Tahir survived. Who can guarantee that there aren't other Circle Mages still alive?
At your command. Onwards, warriors!
Welcome, young warrior.
Please, tell me something about the runes.
I understand. Your long sleep blurred many of your memories. The rune warriors were once created by the Circle as a guard regiment. Magical creatures are powerful, but generally inexperienced. Experienced soldiers, on the other hand, are mortal, and of wavering loyalty. And so the Circle called you into being. It forged your souls, your life force to the runes, and thus secured your loyalty. And all the things you experienced in endless wars remain preserved within you, a perfect weapon. And when the war came, we saw you in endless ranks, armies from nowhere ravaging the country. Oh, how we hated you. You were the symbol of the power of the 13 great puppeteers. Well, I can understand why Rowan called one of you back. If anything can save the weakened Northern Realms, then it's the power of the rune.
What does the rune desire? Understood.
Welcome, young warrior.
Please, tell me something about the Northern Realms.
We describe the countries in the northern section of Fiara as the Northern Realms. This primarily includes Northander, the former seat of the Empire. Today, Northander is more like a kind of loose confederation of the four surviving ruling houses. The realm of the High Mark, which lies to the south of the Darklands, has closed its borders. We don't know what's going on there. But there aren't just humans living in the Northern Realms. The dwarves have their two big cities, Windholm and Festholm, and all that remains of the elves is the settlement of the Ohlone. Farther east, behind the Wildland Pass, is the Orc realm of Grook, which is ruled by the Orcs of the Sharok. South of there is the place where the Dark Elves live in their obsidian towers. They call their realm La.
At your command. Understood.
At your service. Understood.
Ah, so you're back.
Here, the Alphalas.
Good work, warrior. Now the potion will succeed. Here, take this Alphalas potion. Bring it to Lord Tinar. I hope it isn't too late.
Ah, it's you. Tell me of your latest adventures, and don't forget to look at our merchandise.
Are you interested in another ring?
Well, I'll be another one. Not that I didn't suspect it. Here, your reward. A special piece from my collection. If it keeps up like this, Udwin himself may soon emerge from the depths. May the Guardians have mercy on us then.
Is he dangerous?
He certainly is. In his day, he was a very highly regarded mage. His studies on the demonic realm familiarized him all too well with the magic of fire, people say.
Nortander, in the year 8 after the convocation. You slept a long time, if you are who I think you are.
I wandered for a long time down dark halls. Very long. My name is Odwin.
Do you remember, Udwin?
What happened? Nothing but dark mist fills my mind.
You have returned to the surface, just like your one-time companions.
Just mists. Voices. I can't remember.
Perhaps you recognize this book.
I know it. Give it to me. Yes, I remember. That's my scribe's handwriting. A journey into the deep chasms above the eternal fire. And claws. Claws in the darkness. Claws. Hooks. Bodies. Blood. Everywhere, blood. I heard their screams. The pain. Unbearable pain. An ugly face. The monster. Away with you, horrid creature!
Did you find the quill?
Here, I found this odd glowing quill.
Ye gods, a Talindian writing quill. Thank you. You're really unusual. I hardly dare ask you for this, but...
But what?
You know, there is a special chalk. It's used for invocations and rituals. It's generally used by shamans or demonologists. My master told me to get him one, but that is completely impossible. Nobody here makes anything like that. To get one, I would have to rob an orc shaman.
The orc shamans I've run across so far haven't lived long enough to tell me anything about their chalk, but I'll ask the next one I meet.
Have you found the invocation chalk?
Here is your invocation chalk.
I don't know how to thank you. Without you, I would have long since lost my novitiate.
Anything else? Is everything all right now?
Well, there is something.
Yes?
My master's robe is worn out and tattered. I should have had it mended a long time ago, but I've had so much other work.
Your other problems were more interesting?
Oh, dealing with Tanard can be very interesting. Here is the robe. Please bring it to Tanara, the seamstress.
tell me. Haven't I seen her somewhere before? Or weren't you going to bring me some liquor? Liquor from my homeland.
I have a bottle of Leonon fruit brandy here.
Don't come near me with that rot god. I said liquor from my homeland.
Ah, friend, it's you again. You want to show me your teeth now?
No, thank you.
Pity. Have you at least found my property?
Are these the pliers that were stolen from you?
Yes, I can finally pull teeth again. Here, take this gemstone as my thanks. It will certainly fetch a pretty price from the right merchant. And if you need some treatment yourself, just come to see me.
I found this tooth here. Can you make anything of it?
Indeed. A handsome piece for my collection. Here, take this in repayment.
Welcome, stranger. I'm afraid I can offer you no merchandise. I've been waiting days now for an important delivery. My storehouse is completely sold out.
From whom are you expecting the delivery?
From Flan Gonnerson, a traveling merchant. I wonder what happened to him.
Perhaps I can find him. Tell me where to begin the search.
He generally takes the route over the Shield. He may possibly have been held up there, on one of the adjoining islands.
Should I happen to go there, I'll see if I can find him. Then you can't give me a wound tincture either, huh?
Not at the moment. Not until I get my next delivery.
How often do I have to tell you you have to wind elfin yarn the other way around? That isn't hard. Read my lips. The other way around. I'm surrounded by numbskulls. And who are you anyway? Makes no difference. You certainly haven't come here to sell snout monkeys. Add another misery to my portion. Well, what can Tanara do for you?
Gabar sent me with this robe.
Just look at it. Did you drag it through the gorges of Baragor? There's nothing more to be done. Totally hopeless. Unless, well, some rock spider silk might just work. I'd have to replace some parts, but at least it can be saved. Bring me the silk of the rock spider, and I'll see what I can do. Bring me the silk if you want me to mend the robe. You'll find rock spiders in the northern Windwall Mountains.
What kind of leggings are these?
A magical cloth. Very rare. It must be quite old.
I found them in a goblin's place.
He must have stolen them somewhere. This is Windrunner cloth, a very old piece of elfin workmanship. It empowers the wearer to move as fast as the wind.
Can you process this cloth?
Stupid question. Who do you think you have before you? Of course I can. I will tailor a fine pair of trousers from it for you, and that quicker than you can snap your open mouth shut. You see? Already finished. Now, get going before Master Zabo catches me giving gifts.
Many thanks.